This course is NRC, okay, that we are going to start. Some of you might have already covered the ENCOR, and some may not have covered. Doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm myself Gaurav. I will be taking these classes for you. I have experience of around 20 plus years, and I've taken multiple such training sessions for ENCOR and RC as well as CCI certifications. Okay, so if I walk you through, this is the Cisco URL that I have opened. In CCNP Enterprise, we have, in order a person to achieve CCNP Enterprise certification, the first exam or one of the exam he wants to clear, that is ENCOR. Okay, 350401 is one of them. And this is our concentration exam. Sorry, this is our ENCOR exam. And apart from this, a person will also have to clear at least one of the concentration exam. I'm again saying at least one of the concentration exam. So this NRC, which we are talking about today, this is about your advanced routing and services concepts. Okay, this is one of the concentration exam which focuses on Cisco Enterprise Advanced Routing and Services altogether. Okay, from here, if I go to exam topics, okay, as you can see that this on a high level, the entire curriculum for NRC has been divided or categorized into four different modules. Okay, like this, layer 3 technologies is your first module, then VPN technologies, and apart from this, infrastructure security and infrastructure services. Okay, sometimes people get confused that this NRC may stand for advanced routing and switching. Okay, but I wanted to clarify that this is nowhere talking about switching services, no layer 2 services. This is purely layer 3 advanced concepts about your routing and your infrastructure services and security part. Okay, in layer 3 technologies, our first module, if I show you, these are the topics or subtopics, I would say, under this module, which is covering your all interior gateway routing protocols, your VRF concept, policy-based routing. Okay, starting from the basic routing concept, what routing is, how it is, how a router chooses a path, okay, how the routing table is populated, how your control plane is built, and data plane is using that control plane. All those concepts will come over here. And another thing is, since NRC, this is your advanced exam or your concentration exam. So almost 90-95% of the things will be hands-on only. If you see, these are talking about troubleshoot, configure, verify, okay, describe. So describe, wherever you see these keywords or these verbiage, describe means a person is expected to know the theoretical knowledge. Okay, he may not require to hands-on knowledge for this one. I'm talking about the exam perspective. Okay, but nobody is stopping you to go and configure this and try this. That is always there. But in these cases, troubleshoot, configure, you must be aware about what is the configuration steps or the sequence, what are the things that you need to verify, how you can troubleshoot if something is not working. That's what a person is expected to know while sitting for this exam. Okay, moving further, it is talking about EIGR as your IGP routing protocol and OSPF version 2 as well as version 3. It will talk about IPv4 as well as IPv6. Both we will be covering. Okay, and in ENCOR also, there were, we read about EIGRP and OSPF, but that was very limited. Okay, and this is being a advanced routing exam, so we will be covering this in detail. All right. Then comes our BGP, internal as well as external. If you remember, in our ENCOR, we have only eBGP concepts. We never covered the iBGP concepts. But here, this is a deep level understanding of your BGP, how it works, how the path selection criteria works, what are the loop avoidance mechanisms, how we ensure the scalability of our BGP routing protocol using route reflectors. Okay, but here I'm again saying the curriculum says that we will not talk about multiple route reflectors or a hierarchical route reflectors. or confederations or dynamic tiering. This is excluded from our syllabus, from Cisco syllabus, basically curriculum. It is not there. However, if somebody has curiosity, he may wants to ask questions around this, he is very well welcome. Okay, thank you. Okay, policy, inbound filtering, path manipulation, how we manipulate the path in the BGP incoming as well as outgoing, that we'll be covering in detail, right? Then in our next module, it comes to be VPN technologies. VPN, two types of VPNs, MPLS layer 3 VPNs we'll be talking about. Before that, the basic concepts of MPLS, what does it mean? What is LDP as a protocol? How does it work? Why MPLS came into picture? How it is different than your traditional IP-based network. Okay, all things we'll be covering over here. Then comes your DMVPN. DMVPN is dynamic multi-point VPN technology, which uses your GRE or MGRE tunneling, and that too restricted only to a single hub. There can be multi-hub scenarios as well in the DMVPN, but this NRC, it will focus only on the single hub scenario. Okay, this all will be again configuration as well as verification. However, the expectation from Cisco, while from a candidate is, from MPLS perspective, he may not require to configure. So configuration tasks, they may not ask you in the exam, but definitely we'll be covering this in detail. Exact, complete control plane, how it is being built. We'll be seeing that in the lab, how data plane is happening, how label switching is happening. Right. Next comes our infrastructure security. Within infrastructure security, this is also, I mean, it is talking about troubleshooting and configuration. All AAA functionality, how it works. We have a separate lab for this AAA verification. Okay, and this access control list, standard, extended time-based ACL. What are those? Where all we can use them? What are their applications? Okay, then also covering the IPv6 traffic filter. So in most of the scenarios, we'll be covering both IPv4 as well as IPv6. Both are enlisted over here. Then unicast reverse path forwarding, control plane policing. What is this? What is its use? How we configure it? Okay, what are the benefits of this one? Then comes your IPv6 first hop security feature. So this is the only topic that will talk about your switches. Okay, these are the features that will be configured on your layer 2 device. Apart from this, all the other topics that we are showing over here, they will be configured or they will be used on your layer 3 routers. Okay, this is the only topic that needs to be configured on, I mean, that has to be configured on your switches, layer 2 switches. Right. Last topic is about infrastructure services. Okay, by services we mean that what all services can a router provide. For example, console access, VTY access, okay, via SSH or via Telnet, HTTP, HTTPS, how to enable them, what are their uses, TFTP stuff, SNMP as a simple network management protocol, different versions of it, what are their differentiation, okay, how we configure them, how to troubleshoot if there is any issue in the SNMP thing. Okay, that we'll be covering. Apart from this, syslog server, debugging, conditional debugs, or the local logging, how we configure them, how to troubleshoot. And I mean, these are the things that helps us in troubleshooting an incident. Okay, how we can use them, that we'll see in the practical way. Then comes our IPv4 and IPv6 DHCP services. Okay, maybe configuring a device as a DHCP client, how DHCP as a protocol works, what is the sequence of steps that happens over here, how to configure an iOS router as a DHCP server, or configuring a device as a DHCP relay. First of all, what all these things are, what do they mean, what are their function, how do we configure them, and how do we troubleshoot them. All things we'll be covering in detail. Then comes IPSLA. Okay, IPSLA stands for IP Service Level Agreement. This is to measure the performance of our network. How we can measure the performance of our network from our network devices itself. Okay, and this is a live performance measurement. How we can configure IPSLA as an object and where we can use them. After configuring them, they'll be reporting the network performance, how we can use them in our day-to-day life or in the production scenarios. Okay, NetFlow has a version 5, version 9. what is the use of NetFlow, where we use it, how to configure, how to troubleshoot this again. Okay, and finally, the troubleshooting network problems using Cisco DNA Center Assurance. So this I wanted to tell you upfront that we don't have DNA Center in our lab, but yes, I'll try to cover this with a sandbox. Okay, how this GUI looks, what all things we can troubleshoot over here, that will be covering from a sandbox. Right. So this is these are the four modules, okay, that covers our NRC complete course. There, questions percentage is also defined by Cisco that 35% of the questions you will be getting from layer 3 technologies, 20% questions you'll get from VPN technologies. Yes, similarly over here. I mean, this is, I believe in your actual exam, you'll be getting 90 questions in total. Okay, out of them, and this is the bifurcation of different modules that you can expect in your exam. Okay, from the methodology that I usually follow, I mean, some of you who have already attended my classes, you must be aware that we'll be using some PowerPoint slides, okay, to explain the concepts. Okay, then I also use Notepad and a whiteboard, okay, for brainstorming and clarifying the things that this is how your packet flow works, this is how your control plane works. Apart from this, these all PPT or the Notepad files you will be shared, and all the calls that we'll be having, the sessions that we'll be having, they will get recorded, and you can watch them later also if you want to watch them. Okay, if you are not able to attend any of the class, you can easily watch the recording. It will be visible in your login. Okay. Uh, Class, I try to be on time, and we usually start on time. And most of the time we are not able to finish up in 2 hours. So it generally gets extended up to 2.5 hours. So please manage that accordingly. Right. So anybody have any questions? Yeah.
So Gaurav, I have completed ENCOR in 2022.
Okay.
So it is valid till 24-25, but if I take my NRC certification, is it still valid, or like how
See,
does, yeah,
Arjun, your question is you are already ENCOR certified
yeah,
that you did in 2022.
yeah,
So there is a period of, I think, 3 years, okay,
yes,
within which if you do, I mean, expiration period,
yeah,
and if you now give NRC within that duration before 2025, yes, it will be renewed automatically. That's
because
how it.
I heard that new version is having simulators. I didn't had simulators in ENCOR at that point, so
Yeah, nowadays you get lablets. I heard
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Lablets are there. Correct.
yeah. Is it applicable in NRC also? Is there a lablets here?
I think so. I think so. I
Okay,
can
okay,
confirm that point. I
okay,
can check and confirm. But
okay.
lablets are nothing but because you are doing hands-on, will be doing enough hands-on experience. So
Yeah,
it will be easy for you. Doesn't matter.
yeah, yeah.
The
Got it.
only thing is you just need to log into a device and perform some actions that they want you to do, and you'll be doing.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
Deepak has asked,
Thanks.
is the class time will be same 9 a.m. or 10 a.m.? It will be 10 a.m. in the morning, Saturday and Sunday.
When this will be starting, sir? Class will
It
be starting
probably by next weekend,
next Saturday.
next Saturday. Yeah,
Okay, so we will get the email, right?
you'll get the email invite
Okay,
also.
one more thing. I have joined in NRC and N4, so I can now I'm starting with the NRC. It's fine, right? Starting with NRC without N4.
Yeah, it is fine because this is, I mean, this is advanced level of routing. Okay, but
Okay.
I try to cover the basic concepts also of routing because as like Jamshid, you are there will be so many people who will be doing
Mm.
first NRC and then N4. So I try my best to cover the basic concepts of also from routing. So it won't be a challenge for you.
Okay, okay, sir. Mm.
So there is no class tomorrow.
Can you speak a bit louder? I was not able to hear you.
Just a quick question. Is there a class tomorrow, or the first class will be next week?
The first class will be starting probably from next week,
Okay,
not this weekend.
got it.
Also, Gaurav, now you know, right? This cloud is being used everywhere. So,
Hmm.
are you covering a bit on connecting the cloud routers, that 8500 series, towards the cloud? I mean, in case of AWS, you have direct connect and VPNs. Is that little? I mean, like
No,
theoretically,
it's not. No, it's not part of NRC.
okay, okay. Yeah, just an
Okay.
idea on that.
No, if I go in that way, I'll not be able to cover my course. See, actually, for cloud, there is a
Okay,
different certification itself.
okay, okay,
Where is it? I saw that. This one. Okay,
okay.
there is separate module for it because it becomes difficult. In the past, also people want that if you can cover ISIS a bit, I use it in my day-to-day life. If you can
Yeah,
cover somewhat around layer to VPN, so it
yeah.
becomes difficult. Please, I hope you understand that.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, understood. Just
Okay.
because we have in enterprise, so wanted to get some idea on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks.
Also, Gaurav, if you don't mind, can you also give like what you will cover today?
I,
Tell us.
so that's what I was expected to cover today. I wanted to just walk you through what is the course, what all topics are there, what is the methodology that we'll be following in our class. The timings will be 10 a.m. Starting Saturday and Sunday. And if you guys have any questions, you can ask me. I mean, this is what I wanted to share with you today.
Okay, so this won't be like a 2 hour or 3 hour class.
Sorry? No, today we don't have any class. No.
Okay. Yeah. Also, another question, like I have registered for NRs particularly. Do
Mhm.
you guys provide like previous recordings, like the previous batch recordings, just to have as a reference or
Uh,
prepare people?
Akash, I may not be the correct person to answer this question. You can check it with directly with the coordinator at networking.
Okay.
They'll help you
Yeah.
out.
Okay. Got it. Thank you
Yeah,
for answering my question. I appreciate
yeah.
it. I'm looking forward
So
to.
yeah, apart from this, I forgot to share you. You'll be getting the EVNG lab access also, where you can simulate your topologies. You can verify. You can troubleshoot the hands-on for doing the hands-on lab. You'll be getting that access also. Okay, you can create at your own also, but also provide EVNG access 24/7. It is there available.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
I have one
Rakesh.
question
Yeah.
regarding what is the difference between NRC and ENCOR course?
Okay. And core, if you see the syllabus, it talks about all the enterprise technology. May it be routing, may it be switching, may it be wireless. Okay. Some things around automation, programmability. Okay. And security. So all these are covered. I mean, these are things that are used in enterprise networks. But it is telling you at a very high level. Okay, and NRC is your concentration exam, which focuses only on your routing and services part. This is an advanced exam, which focuses
Okay,
only on this routing part.
okay,
Okay, and core is touching everything that routing, switching, wireless, services, automation, programmability, security, everything it will touch, but at a very high level. They won't expect you that you should be an expert in any of them, but you should be jack of all.
okay.
That's the
Okay,
difference
thank you,
between an core and NRC.
okay, thank you.
So how many classes we will be having like total?
Okay. As per past experience, we usually take around 60 to 80 hours,
Okay,
okay, to complete an RC course. And I
okay,
mean, that also depends upon how uh, active our students are and how many questions are there. But we try to cover in this much of class or this much of
okay.
hours.
Okay, sir. One more thing, and the encore we can like I told you know I started from NRC, so we can like after finishing the NRC or it's like a parallel. we can do if the course is there, the
Uh,
ENCOR?
Again, I cannot answer this
No,
question. You need to check with. Yeah,
is it better to finish the NRC
it depends. You
and
if you have time. Okay, if let's say you have time and you
yeah,
can
and
cover both together.
ENCOR also
Okay,
same like 60 to 80 hours will be there,
correct.
right?
And core will also be
Uh,
of a similar duration. It may go higher because what I have observed,
uh,
the course content in Encore is very high, a lot.
okay,
Okay,
thank you.
so it sometimes it becomes difficult for me also to stop my hands that okay, this is something advanced that I'll be covering in NRC. Because when you are in a
Uh,
flow, you keep on talking about, let's say, some advanced concepts also about OSPF. You are not able to
uh,
differentiate that I have to stop over here. So that's why sometimes
uh,
Encore takes more time. But to
okay,
answer your question, it depends upon you. If you have time, you can focus. You can do them
if
together also.
but if we don't have that much time, better to complete in RC and then we can focus
Yeah,
on this,
you can
right?
do one by
Better.
one.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Deepak has written a question. Is it compulsory to have both ENCOR and NRC? Okay. Compulsory means if you want to achieve CCNP certification, CCNP enterprise certification, okay, then ENCOR is must and at least one concentration exam. NRC is one of the concentration exam. There are few more. So this is must and you need one more. Then you will get CCNP enterprise certification. Otherwise, you will only get CCNP specialist certification. Okay. Your second question, what is SP core? They are similar to enterprise. There is a CCNP service provider also. Okay, that's a different track altogether. This is CCNP enterprise. We have CCNP service provider also. There also you have a core exam, that is SP core, and several concentration exams. Okay, so basically course will have more in troubleshooting practical except theory, right? Yes, apart from theory, this will be having again great practical or hands-on experience. Thank you for the information. See you next week. Thank you, Akash. Thank you. Does that answer your question, Deepak? All right. Anybody else having any other question? Okay. If no question, then we can conclude and see you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.